Hello and welcome to another episode of the Stronghold Crusader AI tournament. And guess what we're having today? Today we are having the pig who beat the wazir. For some reason the wazir's economy completely collapsed and he lost, and then the wolf against the emir. In the end, the emir seemed to have a much stronger economy, at least in the settings. So anyway, let's get back to our old map and arrange everyone like so. And let's get right into the action. Again, I will be showing the bracket for the tournament at the end of the video.
Your popularity is falling.
If you need to remember who's up to fight, that definitely is going to show you who's up. So, predictions for this match. I think this one's actually going to be very hard to predict. I think they both have a pretty good chance of winning. Now, the Emir does pull a strong economy, and depending on who gets the most raiding done, I think that may be the deciding factor here. Now, of course, the pig with his crossbowmen can be very strong defensively. And I don't think the pig has anything that would really do too well against the Emir's defenses. Assuming the pig doesn't attack too early, in which case the pig may have a slight advantage. But I don't think the pig is going to attack that early from my experience with the pig. So, we're going to have to wait a bit to find out. And here it comes. There is another cow being brought to slaughter. Getting some more leather work done. And let's take a look at the greatest lord. The Order of Merit. The Emir is considered above, and the Emir does have slightly more wealth, but they both have the same amount of troops. I don't expect either of them to have really produced any troops since the beginning. Now, of course, the Emir, maybe, I can see that as a possibility, but they're probably not building up yet. Now, my archers in this game are on top of a keep, so if anyone moves into these areas, they are definitely going to get shot at. Now, the Emir did well last time from this position, so I expect the Emir to definitely put up a fight. The pig was in this position last time as well, and he did well as well. So I don't think the AI will get stuck with anything. And is the Emir going to use any of this land yet? No, but the pig is. So the pig is probably going to send a punitive force to try to protect his farmers, which I'm probably going to end up shooting down, since it's only 4 of them. And you do have a low rate of fire, so
people are coming to
taking them down shouldn't take too long. But I did lose an archer or two in that. And that is to the pig's disadvantage now that the pig has spent some soldiers on an unsuccessful venture. Now, that being said, it's only a matter of time until the Emir does the same. I expect, anyway. Let's take a look. They are both utilizing their local farms. Looks like the Emir has begun branching out towards the center, and that is going to cause some conflict with my archers. Maybe? Or maybe he's just far enough away. Well, it looks like he got lucky today, but the pig definitely is at a slight disadvantage here in trying to base his economy in this area, which is going to actually hurt the pig in the long run, assuming that they are both growing naturally. Now, of course, look at that. Emir, his economy is already going up. Let's take a look. The Emir has more wealth than the pig, but it is actually insignificant at this point in the game. And to be expected, since the pig has actually hired more troops than the Emir. So it doesn't tell us that much yet. But later on, we may see a gap forming up, and that definitely should tell us if something is afoot. Or a hand. Haha. That's right. And here it came. The Emir's punitive force. The Emir is actually down on troops from the beginning number. And the pig has definitely worked on gaining more. And his men are currently under fire. But they are doing a decent job at taking down my archers. So that is to their credit. But the pig's economy continues to suffer. Now the Emir is going to pretty soon find himself in a similar situation where his economy is being hampered by the fact that his farmers keep getting shot. And the pig actually is very diligent in sending crossbowmen to deal with this issue.
People are leaving the castle.
He's dead. The pig has spent considerable amount of money on troops and resources as well. The Emir has moved in to some extent, but he isn't close enough to really do any damage to the archers, which is what they really need to take out. And let's take a look at the pig's economy. That doesn't look good. It doesn't look good when an AI has inactive buildings unless it's water-related buildings, because those aren't important to have active at all times. But okay, but the pig does seem to be doing well to some extent. Not too many weapon production buildings here. Pig's food supplies rely mainly on cheese, but I do believe that he does purchase other foods from time to time, which can actually get expensive, but it all depends on how stable your economy is. And it looks like they finally took care of my archers, and they actually put a little dent in my health. So we're going to see how far the Emir is going to take it. And it looks like the Emir has begun building those siege engines. His castle still isn't sealed off completely. There still needs to be one more tower before it is complete. But right now, I don't think the pig has enough forces to take him down if he were to attack right now. And the pig is garrisoning those towers that make it ever so difficult to attack his castle. Now, of course, that being said, an easier point of attack, rather than attacking from this direction, the parallel to the castle, or perpendicular if you were talking about the direction of attack, it is usually easier to attack at the ends, because you only are exposed to one tower of fire if you do so. But then you have to work your way up. Or perhaps clip the wings. That is another effective strategy. Let's take a look. Still not much damage dealt. But it is being dealt. Eventually, we will see a full-scale attack. Question is, do they have the troops to do that? Well, we might be heading in that direction, but it looks like the Emir actually is up on troops for once, but not quite so high on wealth. But at this point in the game, it isn't that big a difference. to have 100. Now, when we're actually looking at the thousands in difference, at the tens of thousands, that's when we're actually going to see an economic impact here. Currently, when they're still setting up, it usually is caused by the fact that they're building all these buildings and trying to square everything away. And it looks like we may be seeing either a raid or perhaps a garrison force or perhaps even an attack, but I don't think it's going to be a full-scale attack. Yeah, it looks like they're just... oh, they're actually counterattacking the pig. And look at that, they took down a swordsman. Very greatest lord. Very great for them, and as expected, I am the third greatest lord, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Not in this game, anyway. And it looks like they're on their way to take down some enemy cattle. Some enemy troops. The Emir seems to be gaining control of the map, which in the long run is going to be very economically important. And it looks like the pig has begun sending troops, and are these troops to raid the Emir? Let's see, which direction are they heading? I don't know. It doesn't look like they're going to reach the objective.
Stab, stab, stab! That's me on your head! I will crush you!
No, pig, I don't think you're going to crush me with what you've got right now. I don't think, well, maybe. Make Woolsock die in great pain. That's what you're gonna do. Let's see how much damage they deal. Yeah, they're dealing quite a bit of damage. But I think I survived this attack, and it will have to be until the next one.
Oh mate, I'll smash you to pieces into little bitty pieces.
Well, good for you, Monsignor Pig. Nice to see that I'm getting some appreciation around here. Anyway, if the Emir attacks next, the Emir may very well win. But it doesn't seem like this would be a good opportunity to attack, since the keep is surrounded by the pig's troops. Let's take a look at the order of merit. The Emir is definitely considered the greatest lord, but he is spending all his money really fast, while the pig has definitely accrued some.
A message.
Could this
from
be
the
an
pig.
indication of
You
economic
are
strength?
pig food. My men will crack your bones.
And the pig chose to attack again, quite quickly in fact. But meanwhile, the Emir is wresting the control of the board away from him.
People are coming to the castle.
But these crossbowmen are quite proficient. Did they? Ah, they didn't make it. Oh, so sad. Well, that gives another chance to the Emir. But we definitely are seeing the fight already break out before I'm even taken down yet. Let's take a look at troop numbers here. The Emir is up, in fact, way up on troops. This may be where the Emir is spending all his money. He's trying to get the upper hand in troop numbers, but the pig is definitely saving up money to some extent. This could again indicate that the pig may actually have a stronger economy than I may have initially analyzed. Maybe cheese really is the way to go. Maybe this is the new meta in Stronghold Crusader. Get all the cheeses. Maybe that's the way to play.
A message from the pig.
Stab, stab, stab! That's me on your head! I will crush you!
And here he comes. This should be the final attack. This should be effective in taking me down. If it's not, I'm going to be relatively disappointed.
You are the foot.
A message from
There
the
it
pig.
is.
Pig wins again! Get ready to die slowly.
And look at that, the pig has earned himself quite a bit of a nest egg. This could spell danger to the Emir. But at this point in the game, now that I'm taken out, we're going to really see the true raiding begin. And look at that. More swordsmen to be put into battle. The Emir definitely is going to continue sending those out. The Emir hasn't launched his first attack yet, which is to be expected. The Emir definitely is a slow to build up AI like the Emperor. And, oh, could this be it? Oh, I think it is. I think this may be it. We were just talking about it, and it seems like, yes, the engineers are coming out. This is it. This is the big attack. And look at that. The Emir is also taking map control. Let me get my terminology straight. It is aggravating the pig's defenses. But the pig is defending well to some extent. But the crossbowmen are moving into range and are taking heavy damage, and they're going down quite quickly. But they are definitely dealing the necessary damage to the Emir's troops. But meanwhile, the pig's economy is suffering from the occupation of this land by the Emir. Let's take a look at the economy. The pig still is going strong, but a big attack by the Emir may actually severely weaken the pig. We may be seeing a similar situation with what happened to the wolf, where the wolf was relatively strong both offensively and defensively, but wasn't really able to pull ahead in map control and economics. But I don't know about that anymore, since the pig is gaining the wealth. But look at that, the Emir is going up as well right now, but I'm going to expect him to really build up his army again after what is obviously going to be a defeat. And look at how fast this area got deforested right here. It's getting filled with farms. Archers are moving in, but this area is filled with crossbowmen. I don't think such a small force will be able to deal with this large garrison by the pig. Yes, the pig definitely is gaining an advantage in these firefights. And this force may even be large enough to defend against an advancing column of swordsmen, which could weaken the Emir's position economically. And of course, any crossbowmen are going to relatively easily take down these siege engines. And here it comes, the moment of truth. Look at that, those swordsmen are falling, and they're falling fast. Look at how damaged some of these guys are. But I don't think the pig has the offensive capability of taking care of the Emir here. Going in, they're dealing some damage to the walls, but in the end, they're getting shot down quite fast. Surprised this one's not getting shot from over here. I'd expect him to be able... Well, I guess he's hiding behind the building. But this area is still controlled by the pig. Pig definitely is dominant in the north. The Emir has a lot of buildings in the south, but it isn't heavily contested currently. This may be an instance where we may have to go to an episode where the trees run out. We may actually have to go that far, but it all depends on how things turn out. Oh, look at that, some fire. Aha, I see where that came from. And here we go. These horse archers, normally not very useful in the Emir's attacks, at least not until the walls are taken down, have actually gained control of the northern section of the map. And now the swordsmen are moving in to take down the crossbowmen. And they have done so effectively. Question is, will it happen? I think it will happen. It happened. Oh, but this one's going to go down. Yep. That one went down fast. But we're actually seeing damage to the walls. If the wall gets taken down, those cavalry archers, they're going to run right in. But they're not really in quite the shape to do so. They're not going to win. But they're definitely going to do some damage. Siege engines are indeed getting damaged. And here they go. Rushing in, but the wall is already repaired. They were too far away. But we did definitely see the potential for quite a bit of damage on the Emir's part. The Emir definitely was more successful in damaging the pig's defenses. Now let's take a look economically. The pig still has money. The Emir has actually grown a little bit, not too much. The Emir is up in troops. The north continues to be a heavily contested area. Meanwhile, the Emir is deforesting the south. Man, I love watching them chop down wood. It's just something very I don't know what to call it. It's just this organic process of the AI slowly clearing the trees. That's something that I find fascinating to watch. Perhaps doing some raiding, but I don't think they're going to reach their targets. Let's see who has the upper hand. The pig again in the north. And look at that! The Emir actually is attacking quite early compared to previously. Maybe the Emir really is ramping up the economy? The pig is lower in wealth than previously, but the Emir has now really run down. I guess no siege engines for the Emir today. Always love seeing these simultaneous attacks. Sometimes they're pretty good, sometimes they're pretty bad, but it always turns out into some sort of battle. Catapult is shooting at the crossbowmen. The catapult, well no, the ballista, which technically speaking is a kind of catapult. This catapult is taking heavy damage. I don't expect it to last much longer. It did some damage, but it got taken down pretty quickly. That fire has occurred, but generally speaking these areas don't burn very frequently. If the fire breaks out here, that could spread to some extent and definitely harm the pig's economy. Meanwhile, the Emir has cleared this area, but the pig is moving to reoccupy it. Emir has attempted to attack, but in the end, it proved to be an unfruitful effort. Let's take a look at the wealth now. Wow, they're both low. They're both really grinding each other's wealth down. But the Emir has more troops. And in the end, that is going to be very important. And there is a shootout, but they're too far from each other for that to work. Oh, and look at that. The fire has spread. There we go. That's some more damage to the pig's economy. And look at that, even Stevens on wealth. Well, not exactly, but they definitely are grinding each other down. And once this area is completely deforested, the Emir is definitely going to switch a lot more to the north than he already is, and he's going to really invest quite a few troops there. Will make it even more difficult for the pig to hold on to this region. Now, of course, right now, the pig's MO of using a lot of crossbowmen is effective. And here it comes, the next big attack. I think this ballista has been here a long time, and it definitely is doing some work on the pig's economy. Look at that. Man, there's only so much cheese a man can eat. But to be honest, I do love myself some cheese. It's pretty good. Well, it depends on what kind it is, of course. Some cheese is low quality, some of it is good quality. Quality cheese. Will it spread? It spread. Did it spread? It didn't spread. And here come the siege engines. Oh my goodness. For a moment I thought there were 6 guys and it'd be double trebuchet, but no, that's not what happened. Must have miscounted. Must have been severely mistaken. And here comes the second ballista. And look at that. They're rushing right in through the breach in the wall. They're dealing some damage. Quite a bit of damage, in fact. And look at that. Both catapults are still up and still shooting. But the actual attack force isn't in there. The pig has lost his barracks. He's going to rebuild that quite quickly. But until he does, that means no troop production for the pig. I heard? Okay. For a moment I thought she was standing on it, which would have made it impossible to build. A very uncomfortable situation for the AI to only be able to build something in one specific place. But here comes the raiding party. And look at that. Well. Anyway, I think this is a good place to pause. I just realized it's all the way to 1200 already. And we're still not really seeing anything conclusively happen here. Although I do have to say that the pig is on the defensive. And the order of merit clearly shows that Emir is ahead in both troop count and to some extent in wealth. And despite the pig having a big boost in wealth at the start, the pig definitely went down, which shows that the pig's economy may actually be weaker than the Emir's after all. So, that being said, I don't think that I can be comfortable in giving a conclusion currently as far as we have reached. But, that being said, if someone in the comment section would decide to say, I think the Emir won, I think it is conclusive, and you really want to see the next match, then sure, I'll do that. But for now, I have to say that currently it's still up in the air, and with that, I've been Untitled, and I thank you all for watching, and I will be seeing you all next time. Untitled, over and out.